Is your Christmas going to be prosperous and abundant, or as a result of being less fortunate, one that is frugal and thrifty? If frugal and thrifty due to being less fortunate, do not bemoan that which you do not have. If you have little ones, make your and their holiday as merry and festive as you can. Remember, we all have much in which to be thankful. On today, in our four-part Keeping Hope Alive this holiday season series, we present part 3, which has been titled Thanks and Supplication for a Better Tomorrow. I will introduce you briefly to two families. The first is the Bell Guards. They have much and much for which to be thankful. This holiday season, out of their abundance of wealth, they made sure some less fortunate individuals benefited from their abundance, although you will never hear them boasting about that which they have done for others. They view giving to others as being the answer to someone else's hopes and dreams. Mr. and Mrs. Bellegarde remembers all too well and recall times prior to having amassed their own wealth. They have taught their two young daughters to be charitable and kind to the less fortunate. Besides, one never knows how far one's deed or deeds of kindness will go, Father is always and fond of saying. This year, their daughters, ages 10 and 8 years of age, decided to give gifts to classmates, all members of one family adversely affected by the economy. They enjoyed selecting, wrapping, and giving gifts to their classmates. On Christmas Day, after having opened their own gifts and put them away, they are now seated around the dinner table, enjoying being with each other and their holiday feast. The second family is the Belgraves. Their story is very different. Dad has been out of work for many months, and the family's savings have dwindled. The temporary jobs Dad has gotten while waiting to return to his old job does not pay nearly that which he formerly earned, and Mom's salary as a teacher does not cover all the family's expenses, but Mom is not going to let what she terms as a little setback spoil the family's Christmas holiday. As the family sits down to dinner, Dad begins to apologize for the lack of, but Mom interrupts, gives Dad a pointed look, and reminds the family that they are experiencing a temporary setback and should continue to hope and have faith as they look forward and find opportunities to make their financial situation better. She asked Dad to say grace. The family of 5 bow their heads, and Father gives thanks for family, that which the family has, and makes supplication for a better tomorrow and economy. As dinner ends, which consisted of a rich, hearty, succulent stew, squares of cornbread, and a luscious chocolate cake for dessert. Not your traditional holiday fare, but that which was good, hot, and nourishing. Dad and Mom tell stories of former Christmases. Dad's stories are so funny, the family laughs so hard, tears roll down their cheeks. One of Dad's funniest stories was the one in which he and his brothers, when children, went hunting for Christmas dinner and almost became the dinner. Such gave Mom an idea. Later, she suggests to Dad that he write down some of those stories and publish them. Dad was flattered and pleased that Mom suggested the idea. Why, he, a writer? He had never given such a thought, but now he does. Dad wrote those stories down. He also had another talent which he added, and Dad's books sold. They sold so well book suppliers could not keep enough copies in stock. Dad and Mom did not realize their son was talented as an artist until after being given an art set, which appeared to have included all an artist could desire from a classmate as a Christmas gift. Dad now had an illustrator for his books. We will not finish the story here, but needless to say, Dad did not return to his old job. Do you remember the first family, the Bellegardes? Their oldest daughter was the benefactress of the art set. In the spirit of Christmas and through acts of kindness, the Bellegarde daughters would make some significant changes in the lives of others. The rest of this story and the Bellegarde daughters' actions intertwine in the story. The young Bellegarde daughters' acts of kindness, whether prosperous or less fortunate this Christmas and holiday season, let us appreciate, enjoy, and give thanks for family and that which we do have, for we all have much for and in which to be thankful during this holiday season and beyond. This has been part 3 of our accompanying videos to our 4-part blog series, Keeping Hope Alive This Holiday Season. Part 4 on next week will conclude this blog post and video series. The blog post article for part 3 of this series can be found at Parents Taking Charge in Education blog at the following link. Special thanks to the following: illustrator Nix. Names within this short narrative are fictional. The short story titles are the property of Mrs. Barron. This series has been written, narrated, and presented by Mrs. Dorothy Barron, founder of Parents Taking Charge in Education. Thank you for joining me for part 3 of our series.